What's going on, guys? Welcome back to EFC's book chat. We're on number 8 of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Definitely recommend it. Super good read. We're on habit number 5 today, which is seek first to understand, then to be understood. And my takeaway is that it's all about being an empathic communicator, right? So what does it mean to be an empathic communicator? Well, an empathic communicator is somebody that takes the time to, and have the intentions to truly just listen, to understand, purely just to help. It's not to manipulate, it's not to influence, it's really just to help. You know, somebody that really is taking in all of the emotions, all of the charged frustrations, doubts, fears, to just help. And this isn't gonna be every single situation or conversations that we have in life, right? You know, some people just wanna know where the bathroom is, so all we gotta do is tell them where the bathroom is. But when somebody is coming to us with a conversation that is really important to them, and we can tell that there's a lot of emotion, a lot of frustration behind it, then our jobs as an empathic communicator is to take in those emotions, really try to understand, really try to process the emotions behind the words and the body language, and then try to give some semblance of guidance, advice to help them find the solution that's going to work for them. And I think this is so important because when individuals around us, whether it be from work, school, family, when they come to us with emotionally charged, significant conversations that they want to have with us, discussions that they want to have with us, it is hard to open up. It is hard to admit certain thoughts, certain emotions that we have about a situation because we're afraid to be judged. We're afraid that whatever we say to the person that we respect and admire and want the guidance of, we're afraid that what we say is going to change their opinion of us, how they view us. So our jobs as an empathic listener is to really take in that information and help them open up, be comfortable with talking about what they really want to talk about. And just to give you guys a funny, I think very cool, kind of ridiculous story that Dr. Covey talks about. And I'm putting my own twist into this as well if you're reading the book with me as well. Is that if there's two individuals, one person that's nearsighted, one person that's farsighted, and these two individuals just went to the optometrist and they got these glasses and the prescription just sucks and they're dizzy all the time, they're frustrated, they can't see. It's really frustrating. For anybody out there that has glasses, when your glasses are not working, not only can you not see, you're dizzy all the time. It's a very frustrating feeling. Now imagine this, if these two individuals go into another optometrist and they express all the frustrations, all the fears of this new prescription, these new glasses that they're gonna get from this new optometrist. And guess what? What if the optometrist does something totally ridiculous and he or she takes off his or her own glasses and says, here you go, these work great for me, they help me so much. I bet you they're gonna do the same thing for you. They're gonna work. I guarantee you, problem fixed. Ridiculous, right? But for some of us, whenever we go into a conversation, we end up giving autobiographies of our own experiences, our own challenges, our own circumstances that we believe or are making the assumption that the individual coming to us feels the same way. And it's hard because generally, people that come to us that want to have a real heart-to-heart conversation or a real serious conversation, we care about them. We don't want them to make the same mistakes that we have. We don't want them to undergo the same obstacles, the same heartbreak, the same pain, the same blood, sweat, and tears that we have. So we want to give them our experiences and our advice so that they also don't have to go through the same things that we've gone through. But one of the things that, and sorry for another autobiography from me, but one of the things that my mom has taught me the most in my life is that sometimes we just have to make mistakes. Sometimes mistakes just have to happen. Because only when we feel those same experiences from very similar obstacles, challenges, etc., only when we really experience that, will we really understand, right? So when somebody comes to us and they want us to listen, take the time to listen, and let's not provide any autobiography discussions or spiels until we really understand the situation and if that is really what the individual needs. Right? Dr. Covey talks about two possible ways that we can do this, right? And these are kind of my takeaways, it's the short summary of it, right? The first one of being an effective empathic communicator is to have a complete paradigm shift. We're not talking about any personality ethics where we're like just regurgitating and doing reflective conversation where we kind of repeat what the other individual is saying, right? We're not saying like try your best to like pretend like you're understanding, pretend like you're interested, because when we are pretending, that intention is very clear and the other individual is actually going to be very frustrated and they're not going to want to come to us anymore for other important conversations in the future. So we want to have that paradigm shift of going into these conversations, or when we note that these are those conversations, to just listen and have the intention of only listening to understand. Don't start thinking about solutions. Don't start thinking about what you could possibly say, how you can relate to this, because that's not what the other individual needs. They want us to listen and to really understand how they feel and to make them feel comfortable to really tell us how they feel. So that's the first thing that Dr. Covey talks about, is to have an actual shift in our intentions to actually understand and actually listen. The second thing, and I think this one is by far the most important factor, and this is the last one, right, that Dr. Covey really talks about, is that it is actually okay to just listen and for there to actually be no resolution that comes out of that conversation. I think so many times when people come to us for advice and guidance, we feel so honored and we want to provide them peace of mind and an actual solution for them, that we try so hard to just tell them something of value. But what we have to come to terms with is that sometimes we may not even have the answer. And when we don't have the answer, it's okay. Give them the opportunity to express how they really feel and give them the opportunity to be listened, to be acknowledged. And with that, they'll start opening up. And here and there, we can try our best to provide some semblance of advice, some semblance that will help guide them a little bit. But we want to be okay with giving them the time after the conversation to process and to reflect and to come up with their own solution. Because like I talk about in all my EF videos, only when an individual comes up with their own solutions will they actually be committed and be okay with it. So go ahead and give that a shot. Pick a time or pick a week or pick a day or whatever, or pick a person that you want to practice this with and really just spend the time listening. I hope you guys found that valuable. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.